Performance-based ideologies says, I am what I do. I am what I have. I must be great, I make money. I must be great, I have a big house. I must be great, I'm pretty. Validation that comes from stuff is never God. And this generation is drunk with this. You can't wear a watch until who made it? You step on the runway, what are you wearing? You got everybody's name on you but your own. Oh, that's a Gucci right there. That's a Saint Laurent right there. You know everybody's name but yours. So if you wear Christian Louboutin and if you wear Gucci, then you must be somebody. No! You cannot have a possession-based understanding of who you are. Give me that job, it'll make me important. Give me that car, it'll make me important. If you weren't important before you got it, you won't be important after you get it.
In these days, there's so much emphasis on name brands. We're wearing so-and-so designer shoes, and driving a so-and-so car, and talking on a so-and-so cell phone. If you're really cool, you got on so-and-so underwear. You can feel good about yourself. We have so many other names on us, we don't know our own name. We're counting on all the name brands to make us feel important. Can I tell you, your name is more important than all those names combined? The difference between you and a name brand is God breathed His life into you. You're a son, you're a daughter of the Most High God. And there's nothing wrong with owning it, driving it, wearing it, but don't let it be the reason you feel good about who you are. If you live possession-based, you have to run from name to name. That's going to wear you out. Why don't you relax? You can't get any more valuable. Whether you're wearing Gucci or Goodwill, whether it's Calvin Klein or Fruit of the Loom, your value never changes. I went to the sporting goods store the other day to buy some new t-shirts to work out in, and practically every one had the manufacturer's name on the front in bold letters. I thought to myself, you want me to buy your shirt and then go around as a billboard for you? Do you need somebody else's name to make you feel good about yourself? Or can you say like Jesus, I don't have to have popularity, possessions, or performance to feel good about myself. I am secure in who I am.
Let's go a little deeper. Let's go a little deeper. If enough people like me, then I am. How many people following you on Twitter? I got to get my following up. Let me show you how many people follow me. Do you know Bishop started following? Go, Bishop, follow me. So I am because of who follows me, who likes me. Performance-based identity.
If you base your value on people's support, how much they approve you, then if for some reason they stop doing that, you'll feel devalued. People are funny. They'll say you're beautiful one day and I don't care for you the next. If you don't know who you are without them, then if they leave, you'll be lost. You'll try to find somebody else to tell you who you are. Let your Heavenly Father tell you who you are. Get your value, your approval from Him. He says you're a masterpiece. Somebody may have told you the opposite. Let that go in one ear and out the other. They don't determine your value. Quit letting how people treat you make you feel inferior. Your value came from your Creator, from the God who spoke worlds into existence.
You are blue chip stock. If you think of yourself as a blue chip stock, how can they downgrade you? You can't downgrade me. So what does it matter to me what they do?
Too often we base our value on how someone is treating us, how successful we are. The problem is all of those things can change. If you're basing your value off of your achievements, how much you make, what you drive, then if something happens and you don't have that position, then your value will go down. And some people don't feel good about themselves. They're not where they thought they would be. They're basing their value on their performance. Here's the key. How someone treats you doesn't change your value. What they say or do doesn't lessen who you are. You can buy a bigger house, drive a better car, but that doesn't make you any more valuable. You were already valuable when you had the small apartment and no title behind your name. You can be a stay-at-home mom raising your children. You may not have the influence of the CEO, but you have the same value. Your value comes from your Creator. You have royalty in your blood. But the enemy works overtime trying to devalue us, comparing your life to somebody else's, thinking you'll feel good about yourself when you catch up to them. But nothing you do will make you any more valuable. You are valuable right now. You weren't mass-produced. God made you unique. Start carrying yourself with confidence. You have been fearfully and wonderfully made. Jesus was led by the Spirit into the desert. He'd been out there for 40 days and hadn't eaten anything. The enemy said to him, "If you're the Son of God, turn these stones into bread." He was trying to make his value be based on his performance. Jesus wouldn't do it. He said, "Man doesn't live by bread alone." He was saying, in effect, I don't have to do anything to prove who I am. The enemy couldn't deceive him into getting his value out of being performance-based, so he tried possession-based. Showed him all the kingdoms of the world. He said, "You can have it all if you'll just bow down and worship me." Jesus said, "No thanks. I don't have to have what you think is important to feel good about who I am." So the enemy tried one final thing, popularity. He took Jesus to the highest place in the temple. He said, "If you're the Son of God, jump off this building. You said your angels would protect you." He was trying to get Jesus to show off. Jesus said it again. I don't need popularity. I don't need performance to feel valuable. I know who I am. And a lot of people live in a proving mode. They can't feel good about themselves unless they prove to people they're important. They're always having to outdo, outperform, outdrive, outdress. It's very freeing when you realize you don't have to impress people. It takes a lot of energy to compete, to impress. Get off that treadmill. You're working hard but not going anywhere. You don't have to prove anything.
Let me show you something. I'm teaching just do it. And yet I'm criticizing doing it to define who you are. Which way is it, Reverend? Do I do it or not do it? The problem is not about doing it. It is why you do it. What I am criticizing is putting the doing before the being, so that you think that if I do this, I will be somebody. If they like me, I will be. You got it backwards. The people that know their God shall be, and then do. Because you are who you are, you can do what you can do. But if you're trying to find out who you are by doing things, you have to start with being, because the difference between the two determines the direction of your destiny. If you're always seeking a certain status to validate who you are, you're never going to have peace. You can't climb up to find yourself. You have to find yourself so you can climb up. So that means you could be rich while you're broke. You could be healed while you're sick. You could be loose while you're bound. It does not yet appear what you shall be, but you got to be it before you can get it.